Every English team in Europe next season, there's going to be 4 Champions League teams, as there usually is, 3 Europa League teams, and 1 Conference League team. Let's go through their seasons one by one, and we'll start with Man City, who won both the Champions League, the Premier League, and also won an FA Cup. They finished on 89 points, winning 28 games and losing only 5. Despite having been behind for most of the season, to high flyers Arsenal, they still managed to win the league, thanks to the heroics of Erling Haaland and many other players. They won the Champions League final against Inter Milan with a Rodri goal sealing the deal. In second place is the professional bottle job, Arsenal. Arsenal were winning the league for most of the season and were set to qualify for the Champions League very early on, which they managed to achieve. However, they bottled the league and finished second. Yet they still qualify for the Champions League for the first time in many seasons. Next up is Man United, who finished third. After a torrid season last season under Ralf Rangnick, Erik ten Hag steered the ship and won a Carabao Cup, and Old Trafford will see Champions League football once again. Newcastle qualified for the Champions League for the first time in almost 20 years, with heroics coming from Joelinton, Almiron, and Bruno Guimaraes, along with goals from Callum Wilson and Alexander Isak, a Swede signed for big money in the summer. They managed to clinch a 4th place spot, despite worries that they may not clinch it at times. In the Europa League, Liverpool will compete in this competition for the first time since Jurgen Klopp's first season. An underwhelming season from the likes of Mohamed Salah and the loss of Sadio Mane have contributed to this poor season, even though they won games 9-0 and 7-0 against Bournemouth and Man United respectively. They haven't been the same side and have suffered due to injuries to Diogo Jota and Luis Diaz. Alongside them in the Europa League will be Brighton, who had a spectacular season. They started off well under Graham Potter, leading to Graham Potter being poached by Chelsea, and Roberto De Zerbi came in, an experienced coach with managerial experience at Sassuolo and Shakhtar Donetsk. He guided them to a 6th place finish, a very impressive result for a club that was promoted in the 16-17 season. However, with Alexis McAllister set to move to Liverpool and Moises Caicedo linked with many transfers to other clubs, it may be difficult for them to sustain this good form. Our final team in the Europa League is West Ham. This may seem odd because they finished 14th and had a very torrid season, suffering relegation, and David Moyes' job was on the line for many occasions. However, their heroics in the Europa Conference League have guided them to the Europa League, winning a 2-1 against Fiorentina thanks to a late Jared Bowen winner. This will be West Ham's 3rd consecutive season in Europe, and it will be interesting to see how they continue. Finally, finishing 7th is Aston Villa, meaning Chelsea and Tottenham miss out on European football altogether. A poor start to the season was met with Steven Gerrard's sacking, and the replacement was Unai Emery, whose team were very impressive in the spring, going on a 10-game unbeaten run, including 8 wins, guiding them from 11th to a high point of 6th. This impressive form sees them go into the Conference League playoff, where they will have to beat one more opponent to qualify for the group stage and potentially European glory. European football will be great for fans who have been starved of it for 13 years. And that is your 8 teams qualifying for Europe from the Premier League next season. Hope you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.